That's one of the weirder blacked out cards. I kind of think it's got like this wedge thing going on. But anyway, it's Pyroclasm. It still works. Still deals 2. That'll
Tom
sweep up the
doesn't
board.
even fight over it. He just lets it go, draws a daze for the turn. And this looks like maybe what he wants to fight over. This is Sylvan Library.
And because of the daze drawn this turn, Tom Ross gets to win this fight.
I think so. There is a daze. And Library is a card that gets to keep him in the game.
Yeah, Force plus blue card in both players' hands. Fan has Force plus blue card. Tom has Force plus blue card. Interesting. Daze, generally not a good draw at this point in the game, but
Yeah.
it was huge here.
It's absolutely phenomenal here. There's Force. Remove blue card. 1 card left in Fan's hand. Tom looking at his Force in a Brainstorm. I think you got to fight over this. Sylvan Library is too good in this matchup. Tom's going to Brainstorm first. A little risque.
He doesn't find a blue card. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, that was a
and
little-
Ink Moth.
Okay.
Yeah, you fight back now. That would have been risky. If Tom didn't find a blue card there, that would have, or a fetch land.
Yeah.
If he'd just gotten a bunch of pump spells, that would have
Force.
been real awkward.
Remove Brainstorm.
It was that top decked daze that
Yeah.
really did it.
So it's all going to resolve. And now Sylvan Library is going to be the thing that's left. Land for the turn. I believe was an Ink Moth Nexus. Yep, so just going to pass the turn back. Excuse me, he has an Ink Moth Nexus in his hand. He already played a land, so he was going to get in for 2 points of damage. Well, the getting's good.
Yeah, now to remember, Lam cannot knock this library guy off the table. He doesn't have a way to do that, so. He does have some card draw he can draw. Some cards we have not yet to see out of Lam are 3 copies of Snapcaster Mage, a copy of Treasure Cruise, a copy of Dig Through Time, a copy of Jace. We haven't seen them in any of these games.
If it's Snapcaster Mage you want, Lam has one in his hand. He's also got a Pyroblast, too. You see the graveyard. It's a Pyroclasm. It's a Force of Will and a Counterspell. Snapcaster, Pyroblast in hand. The draw step is a Sudden Shock.
That one's good here, right? That's all.
Yeah, it is.
That is. I mean, it's only justice. Tom got the days at a really good time that Lam gets his own top deck to keep himself in the game.
Well. How things have changed in this game now.
I love how Sudden Shock plays in Legacy because there's always usually such a complex counterspell fight in Legacy. It's such a large stack, and there's so much, do I play around this? Do I play around that? And then Sudden Shock, there's none of that. It's not this just works. I play it and then your guy dies. There's no thinking about it.
There are very few ways to stop a Sudden Shock, and
You could Mistfire Weaver. That's if we want to go to Khans of Tarkir.
which I don't.
Just gotta play Mistfire Weaver in Legacy, and then you're great.
A Crozen Grip, a Hydroblast, and a Verdant Catacombs are the cards that Ross is looking at here. Now, one thing that Ross needs to do, and keep in mind, is he's at 9. He's been aggressively using Sylvan Library when these 2 players have played, but he is playing against a deck that does have some reach and Lightning Bolts and Sudden Shock, so this could get a little risky, though he will take the card.
Going to 5. That's probably the last bonus card he gets. I don't think he... Well, he doesn't want to go... He plays fetch lands. He certainly doesn't want to go to 1. His opponent plays red. He plays Force of Wills. You can't do that. But 1 extra card seems great.
It's an attack. There's an Exalted trigger.
You just got to Sudden Shock that land. There's nothing he can do about it.
Yep, there that is. Bye-bye. We'll go back this way. Ross is at a dangerously low life total. Again, Lightning Bolt, and we can't forget that Lam has Snapcaster Mage in his hand. So again, this is a dangerously low life total. Here's an attack. There's a Crozen Grip. Can't let that happen.
Well, just like Sudden Shock happens, so does Crozen Grip. Same mechanic.
Send it back over to Ross. He'll take a look at the top couple of cards. Noble Hierarch, and a Verdant Catacombs.
Well, time to change the plan. What's Lam at? Is it 23?
I don't know if we can change the plan.
I
don't know if we can change the plan.
Well, we're not dealing any infect damage for a while.
Oh, there's that. Okay, he's with you. It's an attack for 2.
Boys, I mean, all right, so now we got him on a 12-turn clock.
Well, this...
Check that, 11. Yeah. 11. Not even 12.
Scalding Tarn the draw.
Cracks that fetch. It'll be 10.
Oh, yes. Look at the math.
Turns just whittling away here.
Gataxian Probe. I like that. Info's probably pretty nice.
Info's great. Digging a card deeper is great. Yeah, absolutely.
Here is the Probe. But you got to pay the mana for it. You can't go to 3.
Yeah, you probably want to pay.
And I like this even more. Protect your hand. There aren't a lot of targets. There are a lot of targets for that card in this deck, so I actually kind of like this. Okay, I'll fight you back.
Every good pyroblast
my
deserves
gosh.
a hydroblast. Look at this Ice Age counter war over Jataxian probe.
All over looking at the hand and cantripping. All right, well, fine. In for 2 more. Put you down to 19.
I like it when hydroblasts and pyroblasts get in a fight. There's something like this flavor to me that I really, this is what they're supposed to be doing.
It's pretty great. There's a Misty Rainforest. Pass the turn back. Ross is going to take a look. Force of Will among those cards. There's also a Noble Hierarch there. It looks like he's going to take the Force of Will, and there's an attack for 2 more. So we're going the other way.
5 mana. He has he can just cast that Force.
Brian Bronduin and Joseph Santamacino are going to game number 3, by the way. Mud able to tie things up. Vine to the Vast with the draw.
You're joking about Tom beating him up, but that's how this game's going to end. Tom is going to put him to 0 life points.
I was joking. I may not be anymore. There's an attack for 2. Puts you down to 15. You did see the factory come to play last turn. Let's make it 14 due to the fetch. Wasteland.
Yeah. Lamb still has Snapcaster Mage, so he's got to feel pretty confident right now.
There's an attack. Invigorate. Couldn't do it fast enough.
Oh, he's waiting for this to happen.
Snapcaster Mage. Absolutely not.
Yes, because Snapcaster would get, it would get Sudden Shock. Actually, he'd be able to beat the Sudden Shock, which is kind of cool.
He can do a couple of things there, but what's going to happen here is now Lamb is going to get 4 life back, so he's going to go up to 17, but Tom leaves him empty-handed. Tom will take a look at the top couple of cards. Noble Hierarch among them. There's also a copy of Become Immense.
Oh, look at all this pump. Tom's going to get him good. 3 a turn, so 1, 2, so 3 a turn. So right now it's 6 turns, but it's a 4-turn clock.
Yeah.
With thanks to Become Immense.
Tom also did the check to see how many Pyroclasms are gone. They're all gone.
Yeah, one can be Snapcast.
That's true. Take a draw. It's the only card that Lamb has in his hand. We don't get a good look at it. Ross is going to activate the library again. Blighted Agent.
Oh, does this mean we're not going to win with damage? I'm very disappointed if this is how this ends.
I hate to bring the disappointment to you. I'm not quite sure, honestly. I'm not quite sure that Tom is sure if he wants to shift gears.
Well, I don't know if Tom wants to put another creature onto the board here, actually. As dorky as this Noble Hierarch aggro plan is, it's going to work.
This is going to become immense. It's an attack for 9 points of damage.
And he's got Lamb down to 5 life, 8 poison. If you can get him just down to 2 and 8 poison, then you can finish Decimator Web him and finish him off both ways at once.
He makes his move with the Become Immense. He's trying to do this with regular damage. Now here's a Vines of the Vastwood.
So that'll put Lamb down to 1. Lamb has a Scalding Tarn.
That'll shut that off. What's this card? It's just a Wasteland.
In hand?
For Lamb right now, yes.
That's not going to do anything about it. Lamb's going to go to 1.
I can't believe what I just saw. Tom Ross wins this match over Lam Phan, 2 games to 1. Infect is what we call the deck. Infect is typically how it wins, and he just did it with regular damage and about 20 of it.
Oh, the 8 Infect, that was a ruse. See, that was the distraction.
Oh, that's a big trick.
Yeah. To get him that way he undervalues your Noble Hierarchs, and then that's where you get him.
I don't know how many times he's gotten it done with regular damage, but you can put another notch. Wow, Tom Ross.